Be me, 25, feminist, chronically online. Bio says anti-patriarchy but pro-brunch. Been on dating apps for years. Hinge, Bumble, Tinder, even Raya for a minute. Always thought it was a woman's playground. Because it is. Swipe through 100 guys and maybe one is decent. Usually a gym selfie guy. Or someone holding a fish. Immediate left swipe. Every time. Complain to group chat. These men put in zero effort and expect girlfriends. Send screenshots. Caption, this man said hi with no punctuation, prison. My likes are full daily. Filter through them while pooping. Reject 90% in 5 seconds. Short? Bad shoes? Weird smile. Says, looking for my queen? Red flag. So imagine my confusion when a guy friend says, you know, most guys get almost 0 matches, right? Laugh. Maybe because they all look like they eat drywall and text yo. He doesn't laugh. Says, no, seriously, I've had Tinder for 4 years, maybe 6 matches total. Think he's exaggerating. Tell him to show me. He opens app, 0 matches, 0 likes. His profile isn't even bad. Normal pics, decent smile, real job. Bio says, not a model, not a creep, just here if you're tired of games. Honestly, kinda sweet. But still, I say, well, maybe you're not swiping on the right girls. He flips the phone. Every profile he liked was normal. Nothing outrageous, just average women. Ask if he ever gets replies when he matches. He says, usually unmatched after 1 message. I don't even try anymore. Feel a weird pang. Post about it on TikTok. Caption, just learned my guy friend gets no matches LOL. First few comments. Lamau, maybe he's mid. He probably gives off weird vibes. If he can't pull, that's on him. One comment says, as a guy, I had Bumble for 6 months. 0 matches. Deleted it. Another, we're just wallpaper to them. Check my own Bumble account. 137 likes, all untouched. Text the group chat. Did you know guys basically don't get matches? Responses. Yeah, because men don't put effort. If they wanted matches, they'd stop being creepy. Don't feel bad. That's male privilege balancing out LOL. Not helpful. Decide to do a test. Create a fake male profile. Used pictures of some stock model. Not overly hot, just decent. Make a normal bio. Big fan of dogs, deep convos, and oat milk lattes. Start swiping right on 100 women. 1 match in 3 hours. Laugh nervously. Text my coworker, Kyle. He's the non-threatening straight guy we all adore. Always helpful, always polite. Ask him if he's on apps. He sighs. Was. For years. I gave up. Ask why. He says, it's like screaming into the void while being judged for existing. Says he had 1 match in 7 months. She asked his height, he said 5'9". She unmatched instantly. Remember saying under 6 feet is friendship zone last year. Laugh. But it feels darker now. Ask what the worst part of apps is for him. He says, realizing women are seeing 100 guys a day and still acting like they're the prize for saying hi. Ouch. Open my own app again, scroll through dozens of guys. No one stands out. They all blur together. Feel bored, but also weirdly powerful. Can reject 100 people without blinking. Never once think about what it feels like for them. Ask another guy friend to show me his apps. He says, I'd rather show you my tax returns. It's less embarrassing. Convince him anyway. He opens Hinge. Bio says, funny once you get past the anxiety, good at Scrabble. Last match was 6 months ago. He sent, hey, and never got a reply. I clown him gently. Bro, you gotta be more confident. He says, I've learned confidence only works if she's already interested. Otherwise it's creepy. Remember a match from last week? He messaged, hey beautiful, immediate unmatch. Text the group chat, do we think women would survive dating apps if we had to initiate? One replies, no, I'd rather die. Scroll Instagram, see meme. Men only get attention on apps if they're tall, hot, or famous. Another comment says, dating apps are a hypervisual slaughterhouse. If you're not top 10%, you don't exist. Remember saying last week, guys should just try harder. Now wondering if they've already been trying for years. And I just never noticed. Open Bumble. Look at the sea of likes I've ignored. Realize I never even saw their faces. Just dismissed them like pop-up ads. Close app. Sit in silence. Not because I feel bad, but because, for the first time, maybe I get it. Decide to give one of the nice guys a chance. Scroll through the 137 untouched Bumble likes. Pick one randomly. His name's Devon. Teacher. Not model hot, but not ugly either. Bio says, trying to be a man my future daughter would be proud of. Cute, right? Send him a message. What's the lesson plan for stealing your heart? He replies fast. Actually funny too. Set up a date at a local bookstore cafe. Arrive first, dressed cute but effortless. He shows up in a button-up, brings me a cookie. Figured you might like chocolate chip more than a flower. Ugh, fine. That's adorable. Conversation's smooth. He listens, makes jokes, doesn't brag. Halfway through, he asks, "Can I be honest?" I say yes. He goes, "I'm nervous. Most of the time, I don't even get replies. This feels rare." Laugh awkwardly. I mean, women have to filter a lot. He nods, says, "Yeah, I just wish more women saw we're trying too." He's being sincere. I feel weird. Remember ghosting a guy last year for using a semicolon in his bio? Brush it off. At the end, he walks me to my car, asks politely, "Would love to see you again if you're open to it." Say I'll let him know, go home. Never text him back, tell myself he was too eager. 2 weeks later, see him on Hinge again. New profile pic, same smile, feel guilty. But swipe left. He deserved better. I just didn't feel it. Open Instagram. DM from guy I ghosted 2 years ago. His name's Jordan, met him once at a house party, talked all night. He texted, I never replied. His DM says, "Not trying to be weird, just curious. Why'd you stop replying back then?" Think it's pathetic. But something makes me answer. TBH, I got overwhelmed and forgot. Life happens. He says, "It's cool, just stuck with me. You seem different." Now I feel like a villain in an indie movie. Stalk his page, he's in a relationship now. They look happy. Caption on one pic says, "She saw me when others didn't. Ouch." Text Danny about it. She says, "Men get so dramatic over one convo. They're fragile." Maybe. But what if they're just starving for connection? Scroll Twitter. See a graph someone posted? Dating app stats. 80% of women match with top 10% of men. Bottom 50% of men. Basically invisible. Reply from a guy says, "We're not ugly, we're just not tall, rich, or ripped." Remember a date I had with a guy named Eli. Great personality, made me laugh. But he was 5 feet 7 inches. Literally never saw him again. Now wondering what I missed. Decide to run another test. Ask my male co-worker to log into his Tinder on my phone. He agrees reluctantly. We swipe right on 50 women. 1 match. She replies with, "LOL, okay." He says, "This is why we don't even try anymore." Ask him, "Do you really think women are that shallow?" He shrugs. "You don't have to be. The apps make you that way." Start realizing something. I don't think I'm mean, don't think I'm cruel, but I've swiped left on hundreds of decent guys because of vibes, or shoes, or one typo, and I still tell people I'm just picky, but now I'm not sure that's true. Talk to my friend Kayla. Ask her what she looks for in a profile. She says, 6 feet minimum, good jawline, no kids, liberal, and he has to make more than me. She's a barista. Realize we've all built dream men out of 3D filters and Pinterest boards. Start thinking, maybe this isn't about men being bad at dating apps. Maybe it's about how brutal we've become. But I still don't text Devon back. Still unmatched the guy who said, "Good morning." Still think I deserve better than men who try too hard. Maybe men are just bitter because they're finally facing our standards. Maybe it's not that they get few matches. Maybe it's that they only want matches with women out of their league. Honestly, if they can't handle rejection, they shouldn't be on apps. But why does it feel like I'm the one who's stuck scrolling every night while they just vanish? Whatever. I'm not the problem. They're just not putting in enough effort.